Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I really like you all, truly. And I believe that's a very important thing to say, as I discovered this week. No one really knows how much time we have on this soil. This cold, hard studio floor. A few days ago, I went to the ocean and rode my magnificent horse Silky along the beach. My horse, Tender Silky, looked stunning in the early morning sun, the light dancing on her beautiful mane, which I stroked gently as we galloped along the sands. And across the plain to old Mr. Wilson's cottage for some goat's milk cookies and some chuff. Silky's eyes were jet black, like marbles, which reflected my glee as they took me back to the simpler days of my childhood, where I used to play marbles, spinning top and hopscotch, and all the other kids would laugh at me because it was the 80s and they had pop balls, super soakers and Excitebike on Nintendo. But fuck them, I thought. I liked pulling up my socks, playing stickball and running home to hot apple pie my mum got from Squizzy Joe for doing him a favour. You see, I liked pretending I was in 1920s Brooklyn, even before I knew what that was. As we rode, I clutched to Silky like I was her bastion and she was my Falcor. We fought the winter's wind, bucking wildly in flight over the coastline. She tripped over a sandcastle that we had made together and broke her leg. I fell off with nothing more than a scratch. Mr. Wilson said that Silky was old and would never be the same. So he got out his rifle and shot Silky in the face. Standing there, staring at Silky's remains, I realized through the death of a horse how quickly life comes and goes. Silky's demise made me realize my own mortality. It made me think about what we leave behind, our legacy. I realized that when I die, I can't let the show die along with me, because this show, for better or worse, is my legacy. It's what I have to pass on, and tonight's theme will focus on the paths we leave behind when we depart this world. But before this, I'd like to get back to Wednesday morning, when Silky's brains were blown across the sea like leaves blowing in the autumn wind. Except the leaves were made of offal. When this happened, I was shattered. I didn't get to say goodbye, so I'd like to open the show with a eulogy to Silky. I brought all of that remains of her in tonight so that she could have the send-off she deserves. Thank you. This is going to be hard. Excuse me if I tear up. I promised myself I wouldn't cry, but it's going to be hard. Silky, oh wonderful Silky. You've forever changed my life. If you could speak human words, I'm sure you would have said to me, "Don't fret, John. Wish hard enough, love long enough, and anything's possible." But maybe I'm putting words in your mouth, Silky, because I used to love watching The Boy Who Could Fly. And on our fateful day, I imagined that phrase coming from your horse mouth. Nevertheless, you made me see that I need to live each moment to the fullest, and that I have a duty to our small yet dedicated audience and those who flick to this show during the ads of Saturday Night Football. Silky, you showed me that I have a responsibility to relay the lineage of this show for future generations. So it won't die here with us, but live on in the hearts and minds of others. Like you will live on in the stomachs of dogs. Silky, my free spirit, I put you back into the earth. About 1.2 kilos to be exact. Silky, you stupid fucking horse! Why didn't you see that sandcastle up ahead? God damn it! I made it for you. Goodbye, Silky.
Hang in there, pal.
Is that a pun?
No. It's just that the show must go on.
Well, that's just a cliche.
Now shut the fuck up, horse killer! about the responsibility we as television personalities of the 6th or 7th rung down have to our fans and the image we portray. We undoubtedly have a duty to our younger viewers, and seeing as tonight's show is all about legacy, we thought there was no better time to invite a gathering of budding young hopefuls onto the set. As a way of giving back, we brought a selected group of 7 to 10-year-olds to the Barnaby Flowers offices and studio to interact with us during the week. On Wednesday, as a treat, I took them to the race courses and raced the sweet little tackers for fun. Unfortunately, around the 4th turn, the track was wet. They all fell and broke their tiny, precious legs, each and every one of them. The stewards put up a white curtain. I shot them all. Why did they reintroduce milk at schools? Their little bones were so brittle they snapped like fucking Kit Kats! Nevertheless, tonight is still about the importance of passing things on.
This week I finally got the battery in my car replaced.
What the hell's that got to do with this week's theme of legacy?
Legacy? Oh, you missed one frickin' meeting!
So, what is a legacy? Well, the word legacy can be defined as anything handed down from the... see, I'm in the middle of something.
This is a letter from the producers.
Yeah, okay. Oh, no, wait. Look, what's your name?
Kevin.
Kevin. Well, Kev, now that you're out here on live TV, this is your big moment. Wave to your family if you have one at home. I don't know, maybe you're an orphan forced to beg for money outside your local McDonald's, or perhaps Hungry Jack's, just so you can scam enough to eat a burger or maybe even score a hit. I don't know.
No, I live in Brighton with my mum.
Well, that's just great. You see, it's essential to have a tight-knit team behind any successful television show. The legacy that I would like to pass on to future generations of this beautiful disease known as Barnaby Flowers is to value all members of your cast and crew, even the unimportant ones like...
Kevin.
Right. Because one day you might meet them in the street begging for some coin, and now I can say, "No, Kevin, sorry, don't have any change." See, it's much better to be personal.
What does the letter say?
Oh, this.
What's a script?
Dear cast, as John so aptly pointed out in this week's opener, you are not immortal and will not live on forever. Therefore, it has been decided that it is in our best interest as the producers of this show to plan for the future. We have arranged for 3 protégés to be sent for you each to train up and guide through the show so as smooth an exchange will be possible when we decide that you 3 are done. Smitty in the office has bet a $5 that it will be before season's end. He believes you've all lost your flair and carry a glazed, lifeless expression in your faces. In Kirsten's case, that might just be her lazy eye. I don't have a lazy eye!
I have noticed that it does start to droop after 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Nevertheless, it's probably best not to discuss such matters over a letter during a live broadcast. Please show them the ropes to the best of your abilities. Kiss, kiss, hug, hug the producers. P.S. There will be stale bread on offer after the show as always.
Yeah, way to nail that exposition, Kirsten.
So the future of this show are in those boxes.
This would be an appropriate moment to go to a break on.
It's not network TV.
Don't I know it? I don't even get a car space.
You don't own a car.
Well, my opener makes no sense now, does it?
Hey, our names are on each box.
What are you, a narrator?
What's yours? Yours is the big one, Simon. A spoon. I got a spoon.
I got a note.
I got a dead kid. Oh, there's no air holes. Bloody Australia Post. First they continually send me Sarah Walker's mail. Now this.
I got a spoon.
What's your note say?
I owe you a storyline.
Ooh, that narrative thread wrapped up pretty quickly for you, didn't it?
Son of a bitch! Guess this means I'm left with the boring cast mediator role again.
Yeah, this is not fair, is it? Bastard writers.
You're one of them.
I know.
Spoon! I got a frickin' spoon! Are they saying... They want to replace me with a spoon! Is this their way of saying that I'm useless or something? This pisses me off! This makes me incredibly angry! This infuriates me! It infuses me with fury! A spoon! Ah!
Guess he's mad.
No, not the letter.
All right, thanks. Thanks,
Kevin.
That's right. It'll be an upsize meal for you tonight. Yeah. What? It says here they've already shot a sketch with the spoon and we're meant to throw to it now.
What?
Uh-oh. He's gotten angry.
So, what do you mean? What happens when he gets angry?
Well, usually he's a timid kind of guy, you know. He collects seashells and whatnot, but I've seen what can happen when he loses his rag.
What?
Well, he gets really, really infused with rage and then he... He turns into a werewolf.
Number 13. Sing without feeling.
Become a performer. Act like you already feel like you want to feel. American philosopher William James put it very clearly. We do not sing because we are happy. We're happy because we sing. If you want to be happy, find the happiest song you know and sing it. It works.
Number 14.
Je crois vraiment que ça marche plus, Paul. On sort ensemble depuis 5 ans. Je dors à côté de toi tous les soirs. J'ai l'impression de dormir à côté d'un étranger. Je pense qu'on a pris des chemins différents et qu'on veut des choses différentes maintenant. Je pensais qu'avec le temps on allait se rapprocher, mais rien n'a changé. J'ai vraiment l'impression que tu ne comprends pas. Et que tu n'essayes même pas, surtout. Je pense qu'il est temps de se dire au revoir, Paul. C'est fini. Il est temps pour moi de vivre ma vie.
Excuse me, do you speak French? I didn't get a word of it. Tea?
That was Daniel Milburn's 1970 film, Making the Tea, based on an essay by George Orwell, A Nice Cup of Tea. Upon its release, the film caused a storm of controversy because of the filmmaker's choice to use a tea bag rather than tea leaves, and Sri Lankan tea rather than Indian. But the film sparked a string of films that were based on the lesser-known and somewhat pointless writings of well-known authors, like Miles Vernon's 1972 film, Steaming, based on George Bernard Shaw's essay, The Perfect Way to Iron a Wingneck Collar. A lesser-known but perhaps more visually stunning example of this trend was Letterbox by Daniel Merchant, based on a letter from Aldous Huxley to his solicitor informing him of his new mail reciprocal. These films fell out of favour with the public in the mid-80s, but were reinvigorated by Alex Morton's 1992 film The Hard Way, where people roll around vomiting in buckets to Henry Lawson's racist poem, Australia's Peril. Clear out the calico Jimmy, the nigger, the chow and his pals. Be your forward for years. Irrigation. Make a network of lakes and canals. See that your daughters have children, and see that Australia is home, and so be prepared a strong nation for the storm that surely must come.
I hate Henry Lawson. And to prove that I've still got what it takes, I've had our producers arrange for me to host a contentious interview with the supposedly great Henry Lawson to talk about the incredibly prejudiced, homophobic, racist, and graphically sexual undertones in his incredibly old-fashioned and dated poems, which don't even rhyme. Please welcome great Australian poet, Sir Henry Lawson. Now, Henry, look at... Simon, what are you doing? I'm supposed to be doing an important interview.
He's dead.
Henry Lawson?
He died of a cerebral hemorrhage on September 2, 1922. What is wrong with you?
But the producers said... Oh, I'm an idiot.
Come on, dude. You need to relax. Here, have some fruit. Have an apple.
I don't need anything with seeds in it.
It's rather limiting, isn't it?
Hey, don't pressure me, Godfrey. I've got a spoon to contend with.
Yeah. About that. Word is on the set that the Spoon's already recorded an interview that was going to be in competition with this shambles.
He's meant to be my apprentice. I'm supposed to be teaching him the ropes of what it's like to host a television show. This is ridiculous. I can't believe this. They're setting me up against a piece of cutlery, Simon.
Seems like it. You may want to avert your eyes. This is going to be painful for you.
That was an ad break.
Yeah, I chickened out the last moment. I didn't have the heart to show it to you.
Just show me the interview.
All right, I guess you'd better see it. Have a look.
Thanks very much. Good to be on here. No. She sends a love note. She's an avid viewer of your program, as am I. Yeah. Yes. No, I think you hit the nail on the head there. I think it has been a media beat up for my mind at least. Yes. No. Well. Yes. No. The thing is, you sort of don't mind it in this sort of scenario. I mean, well, obviously, but... $6 years. I mean, but you can't... you've got to know where it fits in, especially with the political context. I mean, what you said in your introduction. It's about the political context that we... No, thank you. We'll... Yeah, hopefully we'll get some numbers in.
Why are they doing this to me?
Are you going to participate in tonight's show at all?
Hey, I missed the meeting. I have no clue where this episode's going to go. I'll just get in your way.
You're not even trying.
Hey, I acted in sketches with you.
All right, so now you're just going to sit back, drinking your hot toddy, reading your little book, and you're not going to contribute anything to the legacy of Barnaby Flowers whatsoever. You're content to just let it go.
Sure am. I'm tanning.
You're impossible! Fine. An important element of any live show is spontaneity and audience participation.
Oh, no, I hate audience participation. It cheapens the show.
I thought you were staying out of this one.
True.
So now we're going to talk to someone in our audience about any exciting, weird, or crazy stories they might have. So, does anyone have any interesting stories to tell? Anyone out there? Anyone?
Tried to warn you.
Surely someone has a story of note. I mean, this stuff works for Denton all the time. Let's go and see. Where are we? You, ma'am. What's your name?
It's Bernice.
Bernard. Do you have any interesting stories you'd like to tell? Perhaps a legacy that you'd like to leave, or a legend that you might look up to?
No, not really, no.
You don't?
No.
Maybe something from your childhood that you'd like, a story you could share with us.
Yeah, I collect milk bottle caps. Collect the caps of the milk bottles.
Milk bottle caps?
Yep.
Well, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Are you getting this? Because
Yep.
Great. Tell us about that.
I went to Germany with my parents when I was about 8, and saw in the restaurants there that they, instead of with the milk, they put it in a milk bottle cap. And sometimes the milk caps, they have pictures on them, like scenery on them. And so I decided that I would collect them.
I see. You know what? That is fascinating. I mean, this should actually be the show. You should have your own show.
Yeah, I'd like to have my own show. I'd like to have my own show. I've got about 200.
200?
Yeah.
200 milk bottle caps?
Yeah.
Look, that is fascinating. You know, unfortunately we're out of time, so I guess it's back to you in the studio.
We are in the studio.
Oh yeah, cut to a break.
Look after each other. Don't be sad, Tommy. I've led a good life. A good life. I am so proud of you all. Except for you, Sally. You've been a constant disappointment to me throughout my life. Goodbye, my children. I love you.
I'm pregnant with his child. I'm going to name the baby after him.
Daddy.
Goodbye, everyone. I'm sorry, but I couldn't go on. Life is so hard when you're a black man trapped inside a white man's body, and it's because of this that I've decided to end it all. To my darling wife, I leave you with my heart. Please ask the coroner to take it out and put it aside for you. To my dear Belle and Sebastian. You were always a fine band, but you could work on some better lyrics. And finally to Peter, Paul and Mary. You were children I could never be a good enough father to. Peace out, niggas. Love, Gary.
In order to make this sketch funnier, the team at Bumper Bonanza have replaced the hazardous carbon monoxide gas from Gary's car with the more hilarious laughing gas, which is also incredibly toxic.
Hi, can I just ask you a quick question?
Sure.
Okay, who do you think would make a better TV host? A, community television's John Bennett, or B, this lovely spoon?
I would definitely say the spoon.
Why is that?
Because it's nice and shiny and it's reflective, all of which John Bennett is actually not.
I would say silver spoon.
I'd say the spoon. More personality.
I've used a spoon. I have never heard of John Bennett, so I don't know what to say.
To go with the spoon. I don't know. It's got more class to it. It's shapely. The contours are nice. I don't know. It just seems like it would make a better television host.
God, you people know nothing.
You want a grape?
No, they give me the runs when I'm nervous. And the seeds thing. Do you know me at all?
What have you got to be nervous about, John?
The friggin' spoon's out of control, Simon. I'm losing my mind. Hey, you've got to train me to be better than the spoon.
Not a trainer.
Yeah, you've got to train me, like in the movies.
Well, we're not prepared. Oh.
That's montage music, Simon.
Yeah, look,
train me, Simon. Train me. Come on. I'm ready.
That's it.
Come on.
Push through the envelope. Work it.
Yeah. I can feel myself getting stronger, like Rudy in that movie Rudy.
You're a champion.
I'm a little guy who never gives up. Come on. Come on.
You're a champion, buddy.
Yeah. I can play basketball. I can jump through hoops. Come on.
Champion.
Hey, watch me spin.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. I almost fell out of the wolf then, but I feel good. What are you doing?
What?
You're making out with it.
I'm eating.
You're eating with it.
With what?
The spoon, dickhead. The spoon. How dare you?
I didn't realise.
After all we've been through.
It's just a utensil.
You've been with it all along, haven't you? Haven't you?
John, it's just you're incredibly...
You wrote the sketches with it, didn't you?
Just one.
How dare you? I can't believe this after everything we've been through. You'd choose the spoon over me.
John, I
can't believe you, Simon.
I'm sorry, it's just you're incredibly hard to eat off and...
You could have tried. You could have tried.
Well, now you've done it.
What, are you just waiting in the wings waiting for me to trip up? What is wrong with you? You're fucking sick.
A premier's office.
Doesn't look like one. Fonzie, could you come in here a moment, please? Yes, Premier? Fonzie,
might not win on Saturday.
No, don't get sentimental yet when you're hitting the pole.
I know, Farnsley. And I fear I've wasted my time here in this office. I mean, the state runs, everything is reasonably functional, the books are balanced, but if I lose Saturday's election, I'll disappear onto the back pages of history. I've not left my mark on this state, Farnsley. I've been racking my brains all morning trying to figure out a way to leave some kind of mark. I've come up with nothing. If I don't come up with something before Saturday, this state will forget me before the morning papers are out.
What do you want me to do, Premier?
I don't know, do you have any ideas?
One. Rest your head. Go to bed.
What are you doing?
Turn out the light.
Farnsley, this...
Embrace the night.
Farnsley, what are you...
Go.
And in bizarre news, the Premier today delivered a strange television address. Throughout the address, the Premier snored peacefully asleep on his desk. This was interpreted by unions and workers as a call to arms, to a return of workers' rights. The Premier, sleeping on the job as it were, was said to be a comment on the lack of breaks and rest time in the new industrial relations system. The Premier's defiant gesture sparked anti-IR protests across the state and has surely put the Premier in an unbeatable position for Saturday's poll.
There's been some trouble.
Oh dear.
Yes, I've just been on the television.
Did you mean telephone?
Yes, I've just been on the telephone to a company who makes seeds for genetically modified produce. Apparently a genetically modified tablecloth has cross-pollinated with our tablecloth.
What does that mean?
It means our tablecloth now shares some of the DNA of the genetically modified tablecloth. DNA which is patented by the company. We have to pay them for permission to use the tablecloth or give them our kitchen. I can't afford to pay, so I've been forced to close the kitchen and not use it again.
C31 would like to apologise for the Nazi occupation of Hungary.
Oh, George, what are we going to do?
We'll pull through.
Oh, but George, we cook all our meals in the kitchen and my crockery's in there.
Don't worry, Mildred. The company gave us this bucket of Agent Orange to compensate for our loss. Oh, I suppose I better just make the most of it.
C31 would like to point out that the colour of Agent Orange was not actually orange.
Oh no.
What?
I think I may have cross-pollinated with the bucket.
Oh no, George! Oh no!
Oh God! I knew I shouldn't have held it so long. Now I'm going to have to pay the blessed company in order to exist. Oh.
I didn't have the heart to tell you, but yesterday I accidentally cross-pollinated with the couch.
Oh,
we're
no.
in the same boat.
No, we're not. You're fine. The genetically modified couch was a project commissioned by the government. Its DNA is in public domain. You're fine. It's just me.
Oh, well, you said yourself we'd pull through.
Yeah, that was before the bucket incident. I know. We'll run away, far away, to a place where people cannot cross-pollinate with inanimate objects.
Oh, George! Oh, you're a fool! That's not the genetically modified bucket at all.
It isn't?
Oh, no, he's doing the laundry.
Oh, thank God. Thank goodness.
Thank the Lord. Well, shall we drink to it?
Yes.
Yes.
To new beginnings. C31 would like to point out that Agent Orange is not to be consumed, as only suitable for use on American soldiers and Vietnamese villagers.
For the record, Agent Orange wasn't green either. Guys, if I could just,
What are you doing?
A bit to camera. I've decided to fight for us and fight for the show.
Why are you wearing women's clothing?
Because I think it's funny, plus I want to win people over.
You love the feel of silk, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Simon, you don't have to do this.
It was in my mouth, Kirsten! It was in my mouth. Stand aside. Here we go. All right, guys, I'm going to do a spoken word poem, completely improvised, using your suggestions. I've never done this before, but how hard could it be? All right, I need you guys to yell out 3 suggestions for me. Come on, yell them out.
Religious vomit!
Apples, religious vomit, umbrella. And umbrella. All right. A spoken word poem using apples, religious vomit, and umbrella. Here we go. Tiger, tiger, burning bright, in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry?
Stop
in
it!
Distant...
It's a William Blake poem.
So?
Well, you're not using the audience's suggestions.
Religious vomit. How was I meant to use that?
Simon, what was that? William Blake? He died on August 12th, 1827. What the hell is wrong with you?
The show is ours, John Bennett. You know, we have to be a team and fight together as a team. That's why I'm out here.
He's got a point, John. I mean, you can win this. We can win this together. Forget about the legacy we're going to leave for future generations and think about what we have here together right now.
Hey, you don't need the wolf, mate. John Bennett's enough.
It's just a wig anyway. But you're right. You're both right. Except for you. I don't need to be frightened or angry. And I'm not going to let go. I've got something the spoon can never have. And that's you guys. And motion. Spoon can't do this, can it? More importantly, spoon can't show emotion. Spoon can't love. Not like I can. Spoon can't hug.
Oh, come here, winner.
I didn't say I wanted one.
Well, John, there is one more thing that a spoon can't do.
Yes.
Funny how sometimes life just changes overnight. Magically everything you do turns out so right. Just like that, you pull rabbits out of your hat. You're like a charm that even wizards can't explain. How you make rainbows from a single drop of rain. Who can say it's a trick you learn how to play when you're shooting for the moon?
That spoon. Now here's our musical guests, the Periscopes.
Won't you please throw your words at me? I need to know just how cruel you can be. Don't hold back, forget how I'll react. It's called an opportunity. 'Cause it seems you have neglected or wrongly directed what's supposed to be loyalty. Oh, so pick wisely your words choice. Mind is like a weapon. Come on out with a trigger on your voice. And though it'll probably hurt, it'll hurt real bad. It hurts more than not to know. Mind it takes an issue, plants it in the ground. With time it only grows. I've been here in my room, I've been lying in my bed, while hundreds of songs they pass through my head. And these words, they give me comfort when I'm feeling alone. I offer possible suggestions to what lies unknown. What do you think of me? Oh well, it's a personal opinion. Please share your thoughts, I promise I will listen. For at least then I will know, yeah, I will know the reason for your disheartening words. The acts of treason that don't hold back. Forget how I'll react. It's called an opportunity. It seems you have neglected, wrongly directed what's supposed to be loyalty. And though it'll probably hurt, it'll hurt real bad. It hurts more not to know. Someone who takes an issue, plants it in the ground. With time it only grows. With time it only grows. With time it only grows.
So chopsticks all right? Still eating utensils.